Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching Bitcoin Morpheus. You take the D pill and you continue on, believing whatever you want to believe. But if you take the B pill, I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And I'm here joined with Inti.
It's 8 o'clock.
Good morning, people.
And we're going to be discussing quite a few things today. And I think Bitcoin's about to take off, and you're gonna have a trade right now. Actually, if you have your Bybit and Fimex accounts ready on your phone, because man, it's looking really good. We might do some trades today. Also, we're going to be talking about quite a few things. We're going to be talking about the Fed. They're saying, hey, you know what? Your fiscal path is unsustainable, but don't you dare stop. Right? We're going to also be talking about the debt the Americans have, right? And how that's also on an unsustainable path. We're going to be talking about, the next digital currencies that all the central banks are going to be talking about. All the kids on the block are talking about a new digital currency. And what's that all about? How many Americans actually own Bitcoin? And we're going to talk a little bit about that and a little bit about socialism as well. But before we do all that, we're going to be talking about doing some TA with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think those are two most important cryptocurrencies. And if you missed this TA, right? Because you know what, we do this every day at 8 o'clock in the morning, Santiago time here in Chile. And if you want to see this content, you're going to have to get some DJ tokens, and we'll show you all about that. But Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market. Oh, my tongue just got stuck.
It's all good. Inti's going to be looking in the chat room for questions. So if you have some questions during the show, please leave them in the chat group, and Inti will write them down so that we can do them later on. The questions and answer period will not be part of the recorded video, the edited video. So if you also want to participate in the question and answers, you're going to have to get the DJ15 token or purchase Pandora's wallet. All right, on with our show. Let's talk about Bitcoin first, because it's off. It's kind of, oh man, I was hoping that we would at least get a little bit of a chance to get you guys in on a trade on this.
Brian is happy.
Yeah, it's as you can see, W's, right? This is where, when you see the market starts to take off, right? And you wanna get in, and you missed the entry point. Start looking for W's, start hunting for W's, and you can see if you bought the breakout here, yeah, you would have probably had a little bit of pain, or you could have bought this breakout over here, right, at this candlestick here. You see how it broke out once it broke out from here. So now that we're off the races here, I don't see a pullback on the hourly candle. We are leaving. So, all right, Marines, we are leaving. Yeah, and we got a little bit of a dabble here, clearly saying on the 5-minute that it wants it to take off. So I think this dabble has already been played out on the 5-minute. You don't want to well, no, actually it's just started. So it might, depending on where this closes, it looks like you're gonna have a little bit more higher upside. Once this closes, you could probably purchase the entry on this actually. So yeah, there you go. We do have a trade for you right here. In the next 1 minute, actually, depending on where this closes, right, your stop loss would be right about here, which is, so I'm going to try to do this quickly because you got about 1 minute before this thing closes, and then you have to move on this trade because it's a 5-minute candle. There it is. The stop loss is 11. I think it's 807. and approximately, because we're still not finished this trade, it's approximately $12,068. Now, because this candlestick has not closed yet, you're gonna have to wait for it to close to actually decide where the open's going to be, and then we could say, okay, that's the trade, and then you can go ahead and take that trade. You could also wait, see if you could get a better position. You don't have to buy at the opening because of this Dabo. Now I noticed that the Dabo did not show up on the analytics here. Now we're in the next trades, the next 5-minute candle. So right here, this is where you would, this is where I would basically buy or I'd probably just wait, see if I could get a little bit cheaper because we're outside Bollinger Band. So I would probably just see if I could get it in a little bit cheaper so I could reduce my risk. The total risk right now is only 0.73%, which isn't bad, right? And I don't know why the system has not picked up that clear Dabo, because that is a clear Dabo trade. It's probably because it's above the yeah, that's right. It's probably because it's above the moving average. Let's see here. Did that do it? No, it didn't. Okay, not sure. Show Dabo, show potential Dabo, height, width, RSI, and Willie. Yep. Let's try it just on the RSI. Did it pick it up? No, it didn't. Weird. Strange. Not sure why that didn't pick up. Notice that I okay, there's one right there, but so it isn't working. Odd. Okay, well, this is just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candle Dabo. So you should have saw that, and yeah, that's your trade for Bitcoin today. Going, let's go on to the 4-hour and see what we see here. I want to switch views here and go to this view. Let's go to the daily first, and you can see we're going to get to resistance levels anywhere between 12,036 and 12,100. So that particular trade is decent, and you'll probably have a positive outcome on that trade. So I'm glad I was able to do that live on the show for you guys today. Hopefully, if you have your phones ready and you have your accounts on Fimex, and if you don't, right, I want to open up an account. Make sure that you any money that you throw in there, you're gonna have to go. Yeah, that's gone, right? And so accept that. If you want to join Fimex and earn. Get some bonuses for trading, you can do so just by following my link, right? femex.davinci15.com or Bybit, which I use a lot as well. Bybit.davinci15. Also, BTC Mex is another exchange that and I'm endorsing down there in the if you check out the links below. So there you have it. All right, let's head over to Ethereum. Right, we can see that. Oof. Oh wow! I thought Ethereum would have been running with Bitcoin. Let me just see here. Let's start with the daily. All right, so it's just going sideways here, and it's in a definite wedge pattern here, a rising triangle pattern here, and should break out either before November 18th or before November 3rd, depending on which wedge pattern you want to count it on. So it hasn't done anything just yet. So don't be surprised if we stay stuck in this range here. Tighten up the bands before things really start getting off and popping, which is kind of weird. I thought that Ethereum was going to take the lead on the dance floor here, but let's take a look at the what's it called? Let's clean this up. Let's take a look at the dominance afterwards. All right, so this is the daily. So let's go to 4-hour, And yeah, not much to see on the 4-hour. I'm not seeing anything positive on the 4-hour. Not even like whether or not you can actually go higher on the 4-hour. It looks like we want to roll over and just oscillate back down a little bit and then go higher again. So nothing to write home about. Dominance, Bitcoin is, taking the altcoins, right, and shaking them up and throwing them around, right? They're basically doing this. Let's see here. Where's that nice little? Oh yeah, I love this way. This is us right here. Hodlers be like, whatever. Whilst I'm waiting for that to load. Yeah, there we go. There's the other one. That's Bitcoin doing it else. See ya. Oh man, love these little gifs, man. Memes, love them. Alrighty, let's see here. Let me just close this off. There you go. I don't know why that's not loading. That's too bad. That was a good gif. All right, so it looks like we're headed to like at least the 62 level. Probably, you know what? I don't even know why. Oh yes, that's why. Okay. At least the 62 level, but I really think we're gonna head over to the 64. Let me just see if that's the case. Hang on a second. Is this accurate? I think so. And if we just, the minimum we could probably do, yeah, there you go, 64. Yeah, the alts are going to get beat up hard. And keep in mind, we could actually go even further up to the 70% level. Yeah, around the 70% level. So, yeah, alts are going to get really shellacking before they actually start to do very well. But once we get to 20K Bitcoin, we get everybody interested in Bitcoin, and then what's going to happen, of course, is the average Joe is just going to look at that and go, well, I can't afford a Bitcoin, right? I can't afford that. I'm going to, I need to find something else, man. I missed the boat, man. Oh my God, look at that. If I had only bought Bitcoin at $1, it was $1. I gotta get something like that. That's gonna go like to Bitcoin price, and then something's better. Something's gonna beat out Bitcoin, because it's like the MySpace, right, of the internet. So I'm gonna find something like that. I'm gonna ride it all the way up. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna find a lot of people doing that, and that's not a good idea. That's gonna hurt a lot of people. And I'm here to hopefully, convince them not to do that. You can trade the alts. Yes, you can. That's going to happen, right? People are going to be buying and FOMOing into alts. So this, no matter how high this thing goes, this thing's going to get crushed. Thanks to the altcoin boom that's going to happen, right? As people start to FOMO in. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. All right. Once again, if you missed out on this trade, you want to get some of those juicy trades that come out whenever we start a show early in the morning, because right now it's been like twice in a row now that we saw trades just early in the morning before the thing started to take off. So it looks like the market has changed its dynamic so that my time, 8 o'clock Santiago time, we're seeing a lot of trade opportunities. So if you don't want to miss those opportunities, you might want to purchase a DJ15 token so that you can join this group here. We have a group right over here, right? That is for token holders. You could try jumping in. I'll give you the link, but we have a bot that will kick you out, right? So yeah, don't expect to stay too long. Let me see if I can find that link. I guess I gotta have to talk to the bot, right? You can just talk to the bot, of course. See, there it is, token bot. Copy link without yeah, I'm gonna just quickly post that into the comment section so that you guys can have that. And yeah, you can jump in to get the next show for free, right? Because it won't kick you out for 24 hours unless you were already kicked before. So here, I'm going to stick that right below here. So there you go. You go. Right? And so you'll be able to get the next show, right, on me, right? Wait at least a few hours so that, you do get access to the show. Yeah, I'm going to have that posted sometime tonight, the link to that show, tomorrow's show, sometime tonight, so that you guys can watch it if you're watching after the fact. Also, yes, you can just purchase Pandora's Wallet subscription, and you will be also be given the show absolutely free as well, and the link to the show as well, along with whatever I'm doing based on my little lady strategy and also trades I do here and there. I'm not trading all the time, just so you know, but every once in a while when I want to pick up the phone and do a trade, I will do so. But Inti, right?
Yes.
He will be working really hard to get you some trades, right, Inti?
I am working really hard to get people some trades.
Alrighty, good. That's great, Inti. We just need to get you. Like, I haven't seen a trade in a little while, right? You need to spend more time studying because there's always a trade, right? So long as you follow your plan and you just keep looking and you just have to spend more time on the charts, right? And then you'll find something. You'll see it will just jump out at you. So don't, just as long as you spend more time on the charts and less time playing video games.
Wait. This guy. I play video games on my free time. After I work 10 hours. 10 hours. Yeah, I work 10 hours. It's normal, right?
Okay.
And in my free time, I play video games.
All right.
Is that right?
All right, fine.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Now that you mentioned that the trades execute like at this time, I'm going to wake up earlier.
All right, then there you go. There you go. That's how a real professional trader does it. All right, excellent. Okay, now first topic of today, right? The feds say the federal budget is unsustainable, right? They're talking about the PPP is distributed $524 billion in loans to businesses through August 8th, and most of which have been forgiven. And you know what? Everybody in America are wondering why they're wait a second. Let me just continue here. As of August 8th, there's still another $134 billion for forgivable loans remaining in the program. And so, did you know, Inti, that the federal government has seen an influx of new businesses? It's like this for the longest while, and then poof, a whole bunch of new businesses. Do you know why that's possibly happening?
No, it should be the opposite, right?
Yes, but take a look at that. Right? There's another $134 billion in forgivable loans in the remaining program.
Oh, so those new jobs are
no businesses.
New businesses are excuses to get the loan that they don't have to pay.
Exactly.
So they are not real businesses.
Yes, you got it, Pontiac. Right? So at least you know what I could actually do have a corporation in the United States, and just like Justin's son who ran off with $2 million of forgivable loans, right? I could do the same thing, but I'm not, because you know what? I'm not gonna mess with the U.S. government. I don't want them to feel that they own me. So screw that action. So, at least I guess I would say hang on, let me start over. So at least I would start by saying that the U.S. federal budget is on an unsustainable path, has been for some time.
No, you changed my life with the information.
Really? But you just said Fed calls for more stimulus for market analysis on what's ahead for stocks. Okay, so the Fed is basically, the U.S. government's drug dealer, right?
That is warning you from an overdose.
Hey, you know what? You're gonna overdose, man. You're gonna overdose. I've been telling you. You're gonna OD. You're gonna OD. But can't stop right now. You need to increase your drug intake because, you know, you're clearly suffering here. You're clearly suffering, and I don't want you to suffer. So you know what? I'm gonna increase your intake of drugs right now, right? But you know that's an unsustainable path, and when you die, you can't blame me, right? You can't blame me. I'm just helping you out here, right? I'm just making you feel better right now, for now. But you need to look into that, right? You gotta look into that problem. Oh my God, it's laughable. It's laughable. Oh my God, I'm having too much fun here, man. This is great. This is great. This is why we want Bitcoin, right? This is why you want to hold Bitcoin, because this nonsense is going to continue on for a very long time until it all collapses, of course, because it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable, just like the Fed has already said. All right, so also, average American has $90,000 in debt. Here's how much debt Americans have on average on their average age. Now, this article was here where you can see, like Gen Zs have like $9,000 on average. Millennials, like they just got wiped out, man. With especially with their student debt at 80,000. Gen X's, oh. Wow. Wow. $135,000, right? And then the baby boomers, man, they're like, oh, I'm not as bad as you Gen X's, man. You got 96. And the silent generation above the 75, right, they have 40K. Unbelievable. And that's only including, right, let's just see here. You know what? I forgot to highlight it. It's only included. There we go. There it is. Here it is. There we go. So, well, the average American says $90,000 in debt. This includes all types of consumer debt products, from credit cards to personal loans, mortgages, and student debt. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, wow, that's sad. And if you're in debt and you're like, well, what do I do, Mr. D? What do I do? There's a lot of things you can do, but you know what? This is not the video for it. Maybe I'll do an evergreen talking about what to do to get out of debt so that you can like participate in the Bitcoin boom. All right. Moving on to the China is using a digital currency, Insurgency, to unseat the U.S. dollar. Right. Scrolling down here. Right. This is not a Cold War. One key reason why Cold War analogies are misguided is that unlike the post-World War II period, there remains a profound imbalance of power between the two currencies. Sorry. For instance, although the renminbi is the fifth most active currency for global payments by value, according to Swift monthly RMB tracker, in August 2020, its market share was just a paltry 1.9%. That was actually down from August 2018. Conversely, the dollar reigned supreme with a market share of 38.96. For another example, as of this past May, the dollar constituted 62% of central bank reserves around the world. Yeah, and so this is why. That's the key thing here, right? 62% of reserves around the world. This is why when the dollar goes, right? That means, because think about it. When you take something out of the ground and you sell it to your next door neighbor's country, they have their own currency, but you sell it to them in dollars, right? And they take you take those dollars and you put it in the central bank, and it's effectively, right, like your savings. the same is an asset that you pulled out of the ground. The wealth that you use to pull the whatever you took out of the ground. It's your wealth, your savings, your backup. If that goes, that means every single currency in every single country goes as well. Because what they did is you took those dollars and you converted it to your local currency, and they did that by printing the offsetting currency when they took in the dollars at the central bank. Wow, it's a disaster waiting to happen, right? Yeah, and so the other reason why China is going to win supreme, right, is because of all this, right? And nobody, whenever somebody says countries are going to cooperate and defeat Bitcoin, yeah, okay, because the IMF says we could please work together. U.S. is like, slow the F down, dog. Slow the F down. We'll get to it when we get to it. Slow down. Europe is like, we need control of this right now. Asia's like, yo, we got this, man. We got this. So unless I think I think China will produce a currency and have it useful for everybody, and people will use it, and it will take out both Europe and the United States, unfortunately, because it's faster, better, and yeah, if these guys lollygag, they're gonna see that China is gonna start eating their lunch. So no lollygagging. All right. It's still early for you guys to get into Bitcoin, though. Only 7% of Americans bought Bitcoin. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think that's an only. I think that's a lot. 7%? What do you think, Inti? About 7% of Americans have purchased Bitcoin.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah? That works out to be, 25 million Americans, approximately?
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
In my
exactly.
books, it is.
It's not an only, right? It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know why that's considered an only. That's a lot more. I expected a lot less to be interested in Bitcoin, because everybody I talked to is like, bit what? Bit who? Bit how?
You have to think that when people start adopting Bitcoin, it will be exponential.
Exactly.
It would be like a friend that tells 5 friends that tell other 5 friends, and it goes like that.
Yeah, but that exponential growth is coming. It's just that, unfortunately, once the people get into Bitcoin,
it's going to be too late.
Yeah, it will be too late, and then they'll start jumping into other currencies, unfortunately. The sad sort of state of affairs, but that's just the way people are, right? Alrighty. I want to talk about this, but you know what? I just don't have the time. We'll talk about it on Thursday or something like that. About Ethereum and stuff, and Ethereum 2.0. But yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with that because tomorrow I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna do an evergreen. All right. Let's talk about socialism a little bit, right? Did you know that people are leaving California in droves? Do you want to know why? You want to know why? Because I'm sure you know why, right? It's the taxes. Did you know that they're gonna? They've already planned. They already have it passed that they're instituting a what's it called? A wealth tax, right? So whatever you got, you need to add it all up, figure it all out, and send us a check. So you got a painting, you got a house, you got a car, you got I don't know, baseball cards, you got gold. Add it all up, take 4%, 0.4%, and give it to me. That's what California. And I mean, if you already Google, right, you can Google the wealth tax here. But if you just Google California taxes, look what Google says. California has the highest taxes in the nation. That's enough.
I know I have a new one.
Yes, exactly. Now they have a new one.
Now you don't own your stuff. Now you have to pay rent on them.
Exactly. You have to pay rent on the stuff that you own. That's what you have to do, basically. Exactly. Thank you, Inti. That's a good analogy. You have to pay rent. So I always wanted to support Bernie, so all Americans should learn how it is socialism really is, so that once they get they feel the burn, they'll never come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Once you get the burn.
I warned you about this in the past.
Yeah. What did you say about that when I said don't let the socialists in?
When he said that, I told him once you get socialism entering in your nation, but I'm talking about the hard one. You're not going to get it out. There's no way.
Exactly.
They won't leave because they are experts doing that. It's like they don't manage the power through money. It's through political influence. It's all about that. So after that, they make the laws in order to never get out. You're always going to vote them.
Yep. Sad state of affairs. You're right. You're absolutely right. But you know what? Nothing comes from doing things the easy way. And I think that Americans need to feel the pain in order so that they never feel that they never have to deal with that ever again. That's what I think, right? Because once you feel the pain, right? Once you feel the burn, right? There's like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that again. No. Whenever somebody comes up with the subject, hey, no. Right? And you need that muscle memory, right? In order for nations, the people in a nation to basically know what to do whenever a politician comes with them with a bunch of candy, right? You tell them to go get lost, right? All right. Well, anyways, that's my show for today. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. We're going to be doing the question and answer period. Also, I've got a treat for all you guys who are watching this show live. I'm going to show you inside the studio here. And if you wanted to see that, right, you will be able to access that video later on tomorrow. But probably you probably won't be unless you time it right. You get into the Telegram group the right time, because I do put this video private right after I record it, so that we can give time for the the edited version to have more views. So if you don't have access to this video after it's been recorded, the live stream, you're going to have to wait until sometime tomorrow before you can watch the whole thing over again. Also, please like and subscribe below, and make sure you hit the bell and notifications, because without that, the YouTube's not going to let you know anything. And thanks for watching and appreciate it. Cheers.
Bye.